All right, welcome back. In this video, we are going to be doing a couple of different tests with some of the most popular bottled water brands on the market and seeing how they stack up to Kangen water. The first test we're going to be doing is an ORP test. ORP stands for oxidation reduction potential. And what that means is just that. It's ability for something to reduce oxidation. Oxidation, think aging, think rusting of steel, think when you cut an apple open and it starts to brown, that's oxidizing. So what this meter is going to tell us, it's going to give us a measurement in voltage, millivolts. And when it's a positive number, that means it has the potential to oxidize. Again, think aging. When it's a negative number, that means it has the potential to reduce oxidation. So think the opposite, anti-aging, right? Slow the aging process, something we all want to try to do. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to rinse off in some distilled water. And we're going to test each of these waters. So first we're going to start with smart water. And smart water right now is sitting right at just over 300 positive, okay? So that's the potential for oxidizing. Next up is Fiji. A lot of people think Fiji's great. Fiji's supposed to be one of the higher end bottled waters. And again, we're right at 298, again, positive on the ORP. That's off. Aquafina is next. Aquafina, it's actually a little bit higher. 340, still climbing. 350 and still climbing for Aquafina. We are at 360 already. Okay, so obviously very positive, not negative. All right, let's rinse that off. Let's go to Dasani. Now I know a lot of people don't like Dasani, and I don't like any of these, quite frankly, and I'll explain to you why in a minute here. Just aside from the fact that they are all positive, we're getting 382. Looks like it leveled out at 382 on Dasani. All right, so for this one I have Essentia. Essentia is one of these new-found alkaline bottled waters that are out on the market, and one of the main reasons is because it just so happens that Kangen water is also alkaline, so trying to compete maybe. It's actually lower than the others. And we are getting a reading that's dropping, slowing down right around 180, high 170s on Essentia. Okay, again, positive. So all of these waters have been positive so far, meaning they have an oxidative potential. Into the Kangen water, and immediately we're into the negative hundreds. 270, 280, it just jumped. We're going to let it level out here. We're into the 500s now. This is what you want to see. Negative 487, negative 400s. So Kangen is definitely a winner there for the ORP. Now really what the ORP is meant to show you is that there's a potential for the oxidation reduction, right? And that ingredient in Kangen water is hydrogen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take one drop of this H2 blue. This is a methylene blue with a catalyst, a platinum catalyst reagent. And what it does is it will turn clear if there's any hydrogen present at all. Now, hydrogen has been shown and studied in thousands of articles since 2007 to be an excellent antioxidant. Antioxidants help with reducing oxidations. So the ingredient that is in Kangen water that causes it to have a negative ORP is hydrogen. And as we just let those sit for a little bit, I can already start to see the Kangen water is the only one that is starting to clear up, indicating that it has dissolved molecular hydrogen in it. So it's a very selective antioxidant, meaning it doesn't always react with your body. If your body is in a perfect state of homeostasis, you're perfectly healthy, it's not going to affect you. There's certain times where antioxidants aren't as healthy. There's been some studies shown that vitamin C, for example, which is an antioxidant, can actually negate the good side effects of free radical production during working out and exercising. And I'll include the link to that article below. So as we can see here, we do have a clear winner. Kangen water went clear, having hydrogen present in it. Meanwhile, all of these other ones, no hydrogen present. The other thing you need to be careful with bottled water, especially plastic bottled water. And there was an article I just read recently I'll also include below. where the plastic, the chemicals that make up the plastic get into the water. And that's a lot of times why you see expiration dates on bottled water. It's for that very reason. Once you start drinking high quality water like Kangen water, and you go back to, you take a swig of any of this stuff, you can immediately taste the difference. You can immediately taste the chemicals that are present in some of these waters. It is disgusting. They are harmful to your health. There's a lot of endocrine disruptors that are in these chemicals, and it's best to just avoid them. But anytime you have the plastic exposed to UV light, sun, right? If it's out on a tarmac, if it's out on a loading dock, it takes months for these bottles to even get into the stores. By the time they get to you, they're months old already. That's kind of nasty. And then just being out in the sun, and even now they're saying the UV, the heat and UV, and even individually can contribute to further accelerated breakdown of the plastics and the chemicals that are in them leaching into the water, including fluorescent lighting, which is in just about every store you go into that has bottled water. So if it's exposed to that fluorescent lighting, it can also help with the degradation process of the plastic, leaching those chemicals into the water. So do yourself a favor, stop drinking the plastic bottled water, get something good like Kangen here, and you can obviously see why you want to do that, because it's not just hydrating you, it's also helping you with your health. Take care.